krill travel in swarms so dense they can actually be seen from space. And it's estimated that the total weight of Antarctic krill is more than the weight of all humans on Earth. Pretty impressive for an animal the size of your pinky. And that's life with the ice for Antarctic krill.
The small town of Hurlock, Maryland looks much more like a farming community than a seafood center. But open the doors on these nondescript warehouses and you quickly discover an indoor ocean tailored to harvesting seafood that's much in demand.
I just want to make sure that the level's good for these shrimp.
From an aquaculture perspective, there's been a lot of research and development over the last decade or so, helping to bring some of these more present-day innovations to shrimp aquaculture.
Scott Fritz and friends, Guy Furman and Andrew Hanslick started Marvesta Shrimp Farms in 2002. They had lots of enthusiasm but little experience with aquaculture.
This is probably the farthest thing from what I thought I'd ever be doing. I was a business major, and my track was to go to New York along with Scott.
Initially, I thought it was a crazy idea. Shrimp, I didn't know much about shrimp. We were off doing the financial world, New York, Wall Street. I didn't know anything about shrimp. I knew that I liked them and they tasted good.
If you could just get that to me.
A college research project showed the three partners that domestic production held a real opportunity.
We also import 90% of our shrimp here in the United States from overseas. Domestically, there's very little production.
Without a blueprint to follow, the three carved out an original business plan and began designing their shrimp farming operation.
But hold in the water in case we don't get the amount we need.
As with many farming operations, it was trial and error at first. Baby shrimp from Florida were placed in tanks that held 500,000 gallons of water. But getting the science correct was a challenge, and results were not always good. Smaller, shallow tanks proved more successful, and production increased.
We have about how many more bags?
From an environmental standpoint, what we could do on 5 acres takes the rest of the world almost 300 to 400 acres to do. So instead of having a 50,000 acre facility on the coast of South America, we could essentially develop a system that we could put in the middle of farm country and produce the same quality product.
Should we raise the water level a little bit?
Marvesta's indoor facilities allow shrimp to be harvested more often.
From the fact that they're hand harvested, the value that we provide, the creativity from a culinary standpoint with a fresh sashimi grade product is almost limitless.
The operation also allows their shrimp to be shipped very fresh.
We're able to get shrimp out of the water and to consumers within 4 hours of them actually coming out of the water, which is amazing. I mean, that can't be done anywhere else in the world.
We remain very close with our chefs.
Yeah,
we can pull out any of our cell phones and on speed dial have some of the best chefs in America.
Marvesta's plans for the future include more tanks, increasing production tenfold, a farming expansion very different from their start.
From where we were at the beginning of this to where we are now, it's a long way, and the sense of accomplishment that you feel makes you feel real good.